Sam Hugan and Caitriona Balfe's wedding was not a flashy event, nor was it lavishly photographed. It was a quiet, simple affair filled with love, with only family, close friends, and a few colleagues who had been with them throughout their long journey from Outlander. At the party, there was no noise from the media, no rush of cameras clicking continuously. Instead, there was the gentle sound of a violin playing in the romantic setting of the Scottish countryside. Sam's gentle gaze as he watched Cait walk up in an elegant white dress, and her radiant smile as she placed her hand in his. That moment was not only a vow to each other, but also a new beginning, a promise to build a family, a real home together. After many years of being together, going through rumors, doubts, and challenges of work and life, Sam and Cait finally chose to go down the same path, not only on screen, but also in real life. That night under the starry sky, Sam whispered in his wife's ear, "My life may have gone through many journeys, but the most beautiful journey is with you and with the family we will build together." Cait held his hand tightly, smiling, the smile of a woman who has just found a peaceful place for her whole life. They knew that the future would not be all roses, but it was that simplicity and sincerity that became the first foundation for a new journey, a journey after marriage, where love is no longer just a strong emotion, but a sharing, a companionship in every day and month. After a short honeymoon, Sam and Katrina decided to return to Scotland, where their hearts were always. They chose to live in a classic house located on a green hillside near the Highlands. The house was not too luxurious, but had large windows opening onto the vast grasslands where the mornings were filled with sunlight and the evenings were filled with the rustling sound of the wind. On the first day of moving in, Sam wittily said, "This will be the place where we continue to write a new story, no longer just Jamie and Claire, but Sam and Cait, a real family." Cait laughed, but her eyes sparkled with happiness. Together they arranged each room. Cait chose warm paint colors for the living room. Sam spent the afternoon rebuilding the wooden bookshelf, and the two of them happily argued about whether the sofa should be near the window or the fireplace. All those small things, seemingly ordinary, gradually made the house feel like a family. Not long after, the house became home to two more little creatures. First was a baby boy, clear blue eyes like Sam's, a mischievous smile. A few years later, a baby girl appeared, a graceful figure and deep eyes reminiscent of her mother. The house suddenly became bustling with children's laughter, the sound of footsteps running through the hallway, and even late nights when Sam held her son on her shoulder and sang lullabies, while Cait lovingly held her little daughter in her arms. Amidst their busy work schedules, the two never let the house become cold. Together they built a real home, a place where there was not only the love of husband and wife, but also the innocence of children, the sharing and peace that both had longed for so long. After a fairy tale wedding and a dreamy honeymoon, Sam Huan and Caitriona Balfe embarked on a new chapter in their lives, parenthood. The joy was overwhelming when their first son cried out. Sam once shared with close friends that he had never felt so shaken as he did at that moment. While he was always strong on set in the hospital room, his eyes filled with tears when he held his son in his arms for the first time. Cait, who had always been gentle, became even more affectionate and full of maternal love. She whispered to Sam, "We are no longer two people, but a real family." That sentence ignited a new fire in Sam's heart. He promised to be a strong husband and father, always protecting both his wife and child. But the journey to parenthood was not easy. The sleepless nights because of the crying baby, the tired days after giving birth, and the pressure of work sometimes made both of them stressed. Sam had a tight filming schedule, and Cait had to balance between taking care of the baby and continuing with her own projects. One time, Sam came home from a long day of filming exhausted, but when he heard the baby crying, he immediately ran over, hugged the baby, and sang her an old Gaelic tune that his mother used to sing to him when he was a child. Cait stood watching from afar, smiling through her tears, feeling so lucky to have such a husband. A year later, they welcomed a little girl. The already warm house was now filled with children's laughter. Sam called her daughter Little Sunshine, and Cait often hugged her two children, saying, "These are the real treasures of life." Audiences still see them on screen as shining stars, but behind the lights, Sam and Cait have found the most beautiful and genuine role, the role of parents, and that is what has made their love stronger and stronger. Despite having a happy family with two young children, Sam Hugan and Catriona Balfe still cannot avoid the pressure of fame. Both are familiar faces on the red carpet associated with famous movies and millions of fans around the world. But when the door closes at home, they just want to return to being parents, simple and peaceful. Sam once said in an interview, "I can play the role of a hero on the screen, but at home I just want to be a normal dad who knows how to change diapers, make milk, and play with Lego with the kids." Many fans laughed, but behind that is a touching truth. He really tries to balance between career and family. Cait is the same. After stressful working hours, she chooses to come home to cook a warm dinner, read fairy tales to her two children, or simply sit on the porch with Sam watching the children run around in the garden. She once admitted, "Fame may come and go, but family is where I want to keep it forever." However, living in the spotlight also means that their family is always under scrutiny. Paparazzi have often captured moments when they take their children for a walk, forcing Sam and Cait to make a clear decision to protect their children's privacy at all costs. They agreed not to show their children's faces to the media, only sharing vague moments or behind their backs, enough for fans to feel the warmth, but still keeping their children a peaceful childhood. Occasionally, false rumors appear that filming schedules make them distant or misunderstandings in showbiz. But Sam and Cait always choose to face it calmly. Instead of making a fuss, they let love, understanding, and the image of a stable home speak for themselves. Their home, whether simple or luxurious, is always filled with laughter. For Sam and Cait, that was the real light. The light that came not from the stage, but from evenings spent together at the dinner table, warm hugs, and the echoing calls of mommy-daddy in the small room. On the outside, Sam Heughan and Catriona Balfe are world-famous stars, but inside their cozy home is filled with simple, sweet moments that few people know about. Every weekend morning, Sam is usually the first one to wake up. He quietly goes into the kitchen, makes coffee for Cait, and prepares a simple breakfast of toast and fruit for the whole family. Cait then carries her little girl into the living room while her son trots after her dad, asking to help bake the cake. The crumbs scattered on the floor, the children's laughter, and Sam's gentle gaze towards Cait all paint a happier picture than any movie they've ever starred in. Cait has a special habit. She keeps a family diary. In it, she records her children's silly sayings, memorable days like birthdays, Christmas, or simply an afternoon spent watching cartoons together. This will be a gift to them when they grow up, to let them know that their childhood was filled with love Cait once shared. Sam is different. He doesn't write, but he keeps memories in photos. On an old camera, thousands of photos are saved. Cait laughing while reading stories to her children, scenes of the family playing on the beach, or peaceful moments when he and the children lie on the grass and watch the stars. Another lovely secret is once a month the whole family will have a private night without technology. No phones, no computers, no social networks. Just candlelight Sam's rustic guitar and Cait's warm voice. The two children happily danced to the music, while Sam and Cait looked at each other smiling slightly, as if they had just found themselves in the midst of a busy life. Those moments were not lavish, not splendid, but were what kept their marriage strong, where love was not dimmed by the halo, but grew brighter in every ordinary moment of life. Although their family life is full of laughter and happiness, Sam Huan and Katrina Balfe cannot avoid their own challenges. Work pressure, busy filming schedules, media rumors, and public gossip sometimes make them feel tired. But it is in these difficult moments that their love and understanding are tested and become stronger. There are weeks when Sam has to go abroad to film, and it takes a few days to video call Cait and the children. Cait, despite being busy taking care of the two children, always encourages her husband. "You are doing great rest, assured to do what you love. At home I will take care of everything." This sharing and companionship makes both of them understand that marriage is not only about sweet moments, but also the ability to empathize and tolerate in the most difficult times. In addition to work, the media and paparazzi sometimes put indirect pressure on Sam and Cait. A few family photos or false rumors have forced them to have serious discussions about how to protect their children's privacy. "We're famous, but our children shouldn't feel the pressure of that," Sam once said. Family always comes first. Sometimes, tense moments arise, small disagreements about raising children, prolonged fatigue, or work projects that keep them apart. But after each such time, Sam and Cait choose to sit down, talk frankly, and find a solution together. They understand that marriage is a continuous learning journey, and challenges only make them closer. Those challenges, whether small storms or pressure from work, do not fade their love. On the contrary, they turn their small home into the safest place where both they and their children find peace and true happiness. After the challenges, Sam Huan and Katrina Balfe find joy in simple but meaningful moments. Those are the weekend mornings when the whole family takes a walk on the small path around their house in Highland, when the sunlight shines through the trees and the birdsong echoes across the valley. Sam holds his son's hand, Cait holds her daughter in her arms, and the four of them laugh and joke, forgetting all the pressures outside. A familiar habit of their family is artistic Saturday afternoon. Sam often sits by the guitar playing soft melodies while Cait leads the two children to color draw or tell fairy tales. Those sounds and colors blend together, creating a peaceful space where all members feel loved and appreciated. Small but warm actions also help Sam and Cait's love stay strong. Sam often strokes Cait's hair while she sits by the stove preparing dinner. Cait often puts her hand on Sam's shoulder as he talks about the scenes he's filming today, or simply looks at each other and smiles in the quiet moments before going to bed. These seemingly ordinary gestures are how they keep the fire of their marriage burning, making their love always alive and close. They also know how to set aside private time for themselves. Every month, Sam and Cait choose an evening, just for the two of them. No phones, no computers, just candlelight, some soft music, and small stories about today. This is how they nurture their love, to remember that no matter how busy they are always husband and wife. First parents, second, and lifelong companions. It is these gentle moments that help Sam and Cait realize that happiness comes not only from big milestones, but also from every action, every hug, every smile, every day. And when the two children grow up, they will also learn that true love is caring, sharing, and patience. Over the years, Sam Huan and Katrina Balfe have kept the same love from the first days, but now that fire is nourished by peace sharing and parental responsibility. The house in Highland is always bustling with the laughter of two children, a lively son and a mischievous daughter. Every morning the sunlight shines through the window. Sam and Cait kiss their children, preparing for a day full of energy and love. Sam and Cait understand that life is not just about romantic moments or stage lights. It is also about family dinners, laughing in the garden, peaceful evenings together after a long day. They learn to cherish every moment so that love and happiness are not just emotions, but become a sustainable foundation for the whole family. The times Sam and Cait looked at each other in the sunset, holding hands with their children as they walked along the path around their house, were the clearest evidence of their journey from friendship to love, and then to a complete family. They did not need the spotlight or public attention to affirm their love, because the most beautiful light always existed right in their home, in hug smiles, and the innocent and loving calls of "Mommy, Daddy." At the end of the story, the narrator's voice rang out like a warm reminder. True love is not just passionate moments on screen, but is companionship, sharing and protecting each other in every moment of everyday life. Sam and Cait have proven that friendship can lead to love, and that love can create a happy family, complete and lasting. Their happiness continues, not ending but opening as a new chapter in the family story, a story that fans will always admire and find inspiration in.